Hey YouTube, Nova Piper here, doing another one of many first impressions out of the Canadian box pass, Canadian tobacco pass that Unicorn Piper started. Just got back from the post office. It's been shipped off to its next lucky participant on its way to Quebec. Cool thing is too is the weight was only off by 10 grams, so it was about just under 800 grams the total weight of the box. So when I received it, when I sent it, it's about 11 grams lighter, so it did pretty good for what I took, what I replaced. Today this isn't going to be in the box because I took the rest of it. It's Parson's blend from the Country Squire. I've been dying to try this stuff for such a long time. Any of their blends, actually. Now, there was enough in there for maybe like a couple of bowls, a couple of smaller bowls, so I got a full bowl going here, and then I got maybe a couple of little bowls left. The box was getting a little, some of the tobaccos were getting a little low, so, you know, what are you going to do? If there's only enough in there for a bowl, you know, well, I'm going to take it. You know, if I want, and if there's something there I like, there's enough for 2 bowls, well, I'll take it all. You know, instead of just leaving a pinch that you can't really get a good smoke out of. Like, why bother doing that? There's, right now that box has 23 different tobaccos in it. I added 5 different tobaccos. Took a little bit of each. And I only took the last bit of this one here. So what was it I got? I think it came with like 19 or 20, and I took one out altogether, so there's none of that left, which is this stuff, the Parson's blend, and now there's like 23, 24 blends in there. Anyway, Parson's blend. Country Squire is a tobacconist. I think they're in Mississippi, and they do a weekly podcast that I listen to. And they're the guy that does the podcast, he used to work there. I think it's his name, Bo and John David, the 2 guys that do the podcast. And you know, they're always bragging about a lot of tobacco they make there. So a lot of people will write in or ask questions and say, hey, can you recommend a good blend? I'm looking for a Virginia something, but they'll always try to push their own house blends. So instead of saying like what's on the market, they'll say, oh, you should try our Parson's blend that we make, blah, 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 blah. Well, okay, a lot of people, I don't know if they ship internationally, and so a lot of people don't get a chance to try their stuff. So I've heard lots about it, and I've been dying to try it. You know, that was kind of a pet peeve. Where'd my lighter go? Bit of a pet peeve was that they're always plugging their own house blends instead of, you know, other blends that's available to everybody. But of course, you know, I can see why. Makes sense. Anyway, I wanted to give some of their stuff a try. I've heard so much about it. You know, it's their podcast is sort of like an advertisement for their shop too, right? Of course it's going to be. I listen to the Country Squire, and I listen to the Pipe Magazine radio show. The only 2 that I know of that are currently in production for pipe smoking. So anyway, it's the tobacco is Burley and Cavendish, and it's got a lot of, you know, topping and casing to it, heavy aromatic. The story behind it is that it was an Anglican priest whose wife wouldn't let him smoke. So he went to this tobacco shop and said, you know, you got to make me a tobacco that my wife likes the smell of, the room note. So they came up with this stuff, and they just called it Parson's blend. And that's supposed to be the thing with this. It's supposed to be an awesome room note. The tobacco was absolutely soaking wet. I dried it for 2 hours, and it's still soaking wet. It's clumping together. It's way wetter than what I like. I know I'm just talking. So far, it's not very good for this stuff, hey? It's one of the things about aromatics I don't like is they're too wet. And they don't dry out very good, and then if you do dry them out, they lose their flavoring. Another thing I don't like about aromatics is that they taste good at first when you first light them, but towards the end of the bowl, they taste terrible. That's another thing I don't like about them. This is a very, very mild tobacco. Very mild. Ooh, it's really sweet. Very sweet. I get a little bit of nutty in there. I don't know. Not good with aromatics. I don't know. It's just okay. It's going to be a slow smoke. I know that. It's so goddamn wet. Like my pipe's already heating up. Oh yeah, I forgot the housekeeping. Rick Blackmore, Rhodesian, and Parson's blend. Gourmet hippie coffee in a repurposed Tim Hortons cup. And I'm getting it all over me. Put that, ground up some beans, put it in the percolator. Really oily beans too. Beautiful day outside, absolutely beautiful, not a breath of air. All the snow, you can hear the water running off the roof and stuff. Yeah, this is getting really hot. And that's what I don't like about wet tobacco. Is you waste so much heat energy boiling off the steam for the tobacco to burn. Same as wet wood in the fireplace. You use most of your heat energy, most of your BTUs is used to boil off the water. It's not very efficient. So now it needs to get really hot to boil off the water and then burn the tobacco. So I don't like that. Yeah, it's got some like cocoa, coffee. It's really hard for me to point out, what's on there. Not a lot of reviews online about this stuff. And I don't get a chance to try too many, house blends from a tobacconist. Can't do that in Canada, it's illegal. I bought some stuff from Four Noggins, and his stuff's, Rich's stuff is a bit more popular from Four Noggins, right? Because he has an online presence, and he ships internationally. So lots of people have tried his own house blends. One of them that's in that box is the Bald-Headed Teacher, and I really like that stuff for an aromatic, so, if you guys watch this, you should check some of that out. I don't like aromatics. This stuff is, it's too hot. It's not burning very good. You can taste the burley in it, that's for sure. But there's so many other flavorings that have been added to it, so it's hard for me. I really don't know what's in this. I really don't know what you'd call it. I'd have to say slightly nutty. Toasty, nutty, toasted nuts kind of thing. See, look, it's hot again. All I did was tamp it. So, I don't know. I don't know how to smoke aromatics. I'm so used to having my tobacco dry. And I just said, man, in 2 hours, right? I got up, I got in the shower, and still wet, and made my coffee, did my dishes, still wet, went up to the post office, still wet, and I said, screw it, man. I'm not going to wait all day. I need to get my day started. It's afternoon time, man. Every day Saturday now. I'm not going to mention what I put back in that box. I kind of ruined a big surprise with the opening. So I put in, like I say, I got about 5 other blends I added to it. in stuff I don't like. Still good tobacco, I just don't like. It's not my thing, right? Just because one person doesn't like it doesn't mean somebody else isn't. So that's the whole thing about this whole idea of the tobacco pass. Great idea. I want to keep it going, Ben. Keep it going, Ben. Great idea. You're on it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really say what's in this tobacco. I don't really know if I like it or not. I barely, this bowl is really hot. Thing about Morda, I find, is that it heats up really fast, but it cools down really fast as well. But I'm barely even puffing this thing, and it's hot. Way hotter than what I'm comfortable with. And like I say, that's what I do not like about arrows. Especially the wet ones. Sometimes you just let them sit there, and it takes forever to dry. But a lot of the moisture in the tobacco, it adds to the weight, so you're paying for moisture instead of tobacco. But a lot of the flavor is in that moisture, so if it evaporates, you kind of lose a little bit of your flavor. Like any aromatic that I've dried out and smoked doesn't taste as good as when it's, fresher, damper, stickier, naphtha, not rehydrated. No, I'm sure all arrows aren't the same, but online it said that there's citrus in here, but I don't taste it. Citrus and fruits. I'm getting mostly burley, sweetness from the Cavendish, heavily cased and topped. Try to dry it out some more and try it again sometime. Maybe like little half bowls, because I got a funny feeling this is going to taste pretty gross down towards the bottom. This isn't a really big bowl, it's just a normal sized bowl, but I wouldn't smoke a big bowl of an aromatic. Anyway. Well, yep. So there she be, Parson's Blend. I was all stoked to try it, and we talk about it a little bit more in another video. Beautiful out here. I might just stop this video and do another one about something completely different. Anyway, guys, another tobacco from the Canadian Tobacco Pass. It's the second one I tried, I think. Parson's Blend from the Country Squire. Don't really know what to tell you about it. It's got some flavor there that I'm sure people would enjoy, but I don't know. I can't get it to burn very good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and thank you again, Ben. Great stuff, buddy. Check him out, Unicorn Piper, YouTube. Take care.